We're at the groceries. Let's buy some food. Okay, now let's go to another aisle. Oh wow, it's so hard to rotate this cart. Well, let me try putting some of the food over there, maybe closer to the handle. Okay, let's see if that works. Wow, it's so much easier to rotate it now. Well, what just happened here? So what just happened? Well, this can be explained by the concept of moment of inertia. So what is moment of inertia? Well, in order to understand that, we should first understand what inertia is. Inertia can be defined as an object's tendency to resist any kind of acceleration. Or in other words, it's the tendency of an object to resist any kind of change to its current state of motion. The more massive an object is, the more inertia it has. So the more it tends to resist any kind of change to its current state of motion that can happen due to a force. So now that we know what inertia is, let's think about its rotational analog, which is rotational inertia. So if we think about inertia as an object's tendency to resist any kind of change in its translational velocity, we can think about rotational inertia as an object's tendency to resist any kind of change in its angular velocity. And that's what rotational inertia is. It's simply the object's tendency to resist any kind of angular acceleration. Moment of inertia depends on two different factors. One is the object's mass, and the second is the object's distribution of mass. So moment of inertia depends on two factors. One is the object's mass, and the second is the distribution of its mass throughout the object. The more mass that's distributed further away from the center or the axis of rotation, the larger the moment of inertia of that object is. So going back to that experiment with the cart, we can see that when the objects were placed further away from the cart's handle, which acts as our axis of rotation, the moment of inertia of the entire system got larger, and so it was harder to rotate the cart. But then when we placed the objects closer to the handle, it got easier to rotate the cart because then we decreased the moment of inertia.